Hi, and welcome back to another motivational moment with me, your coach Michelle. That's Michelle with two L's. Y'all, first of all, let me wish you all a happy St. Patrick's Day for those of you that celebrate St. Patrick's Day. I'm excited because I found this shirt. Let me see if I can get up without knocking everything over. From Michael's, and it just says Happy St. Patrick's Day. So I have been excited and could not wait because I bought this shirt back in January. So now I'm finally getting a chance to wear it. So let's jump right on in. Today's topic is, why do we have a hard time letting go of people who no longer want us? Mm. Y'all, that's a tough question, but it's one that many people find themselves having to answer more often than not. So, have you ever asked yourself, why is it that we have a hard time letting go of people that have made it clear that they don't want us? I think it has to do with the fact that we didn't make the decision to leave them first. Okay, but let's unpack that just a little bit. So number one, I said, remember, it's not about you. Okay, it's not about you. When people choose to walk out of your life, it's a choice that they are making for some reason or other. Now, I don't know what that reason is, and sometimes you may not know what that reason is either. But I will say this: if you know that you've been the best man or the best woman for that man or that woman, you've never cheated, always been faithful, gave them the world, loved them better than anybody has ever loved them in their lives, and they decide to leave, it's not about you. It has everything to do with them. There's something in them that says, I just can't be here. What it is, I don't know. It could be somebody else that they want. It could be that they don't know how to receive all of this goodness and this love and this relationship. And when that happens, people tend to run away. Do y'all remember that movie years ago? What was it called? The Runaway Bride, where the woman, I can't think of her name, but anyway, she had gotten engaged several times, and every time she got close to getting married, she would get scared and she'd run away. And finally she met up with, and y'all forgive me that the man's name is leaving me at the moment, and he made her really stop and think about what she was doing, and pointed out the fact that every time she found true love, she got scared and she ran away. Well, that's what some people do. So it's not about you. Now, if you know that you have done all you can to be good to that person or to treat them right, and they're leaving you, well, then you know why they're leaving you. Okay, let's keep it all the way real. Don't act like you don't know. You know why they're leaving you, but only you know that. So they're looking out for their well-being and their happiness. When this happens, let them go. Let them go. Don't ever, and I mean ever, 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 try to hold on to someone that doesn't want to be held on to. Been down that road, guilty, and guess what? I would never do it again. Because even if that person says, all right, I'll stay, they're staying physically, but mentally, honey, they're long gone. Mentally, they're with somebody else. So let them go. Because why are you holding on to them? Why do you want them to be unhappy? Why do you want to be with someone that doesn't want to be with you? Mm. People's wants, desires, needs, and likes will change over time, and you have to accept that. I didn't say you have to like it. I said you have to accept it. Just like you met the person that you're with now, maybe 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road, they may not feel the same way about you. Now, if they tell you that they want to leave or they want somebody else, do you like it? No, you don't like it. Do you want to smack them stupid? Yes, you do. But you're not going to do that. You know why? Because you don't ever want anybody that doesn't want you. You are special. You are worthy to be loved and treated with respect. And if that person can't love you and doesn't want to be with you, honey, bye. Kick rocks. Can I help you pack? Because I'm not going to beg you to stay with me. Always remember, don't ever hold on to anybody because you don't want to be alone. One is still a whole number. And you are better off by yourself than you are with somebody that doesn't want to be with you. Number two, some relationships are toxic and should never have been anyway. While you may love that person and they may love you, it's mentally draining to one or both of individuals, and you don't want to let go because you are afraid of what people are going to say or think. Let me put a pin right here. Can I just tell you this? Don't you ever, and I mean ever, 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 sit back and stay with somebody because you're worried about what folks are going to say or think about you. Who cares? Are they paying your bills? No. Do they have a pot or a window for you? No. Do they have a heaven or a hell for you? No. So why are you worrying about what they think? Who cares? Do you know how many people have stayed with somebody because this guy or this woman was popular and everybody loved them, and well, they were so beautiful or so handsome, and folks are saying, you left them? What's wrong with you? Fine as she is, or fine as he is, and you gonna leave? Honey, I could have got past that. No, you couldn't. And they're treating you like the scum of the earth, but you gonna stay because you worried about what people gonna say or think. Ooh, don't ever let me hear you say you staying with somebody because you worried about that. Because it's gonna be the two of us, okay? Number 3, change happened. It did. Change happens, and it's not always for the better. Either you changed or they changed. But either way, a change happened, and neither of you are the same person that you were when you first met. I just talked about that a few minutes ago. People change, and then that's just life. I know people that have gotten married, and they said that they thought that the person they were marrying, they were going to be with for a lifetime. But somewhere along the line, that person changed and didn't want to be married to them anymore. Now, does that hurt? Of course it hurts. Does anybody like it? Well, more than likely not. But what do you do? What do you do? If that person's feelings towards you has changed for whatever reason, then that's their right to change. Excuse me, you guys. But you can't make people feel the way you feel. So just understand that change happens. And there might be a time when you're in a relationship or a situation, or could be a job, a business, whatever, and you change. The way you see things has changed. And so while you were okay with whatever that thing is over here on the left, your mindset has changed. So now you're not okay with that anymore. And people don't get how, well, you were down with it before. What changed? I did. My thinking has changed. I'm not the same Michelle that I was before. The new Michelle is not going for that. Number 4, their season has ended. So everybody comes into our life for a season or a reason. And you mess up when you try to keep people in your life past their time. See, seasonal people were never meant to be in your life for a lifetime. And when you try to keep them there longer, you end up making a mess of things. So remember that song from the movie Coolie High? Y'all know which one I'm talking about. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. Ooh, I love that. And I have it on my playlist, y'all. And I love it when it says, I'll take with me the memories to be my sunshine after the rain. But it's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. And it is. It is, because you've invested your time, your time and your energy and your soul and everything you have into this person or into that place or into that thing. And all of a sudden, they don't want to be with you anymore. But as I talked about not too long ago, you've got to find the good in everything. See, because sometimes, believe it in your life, believe in your life, believe it or not, your life can be for the better having met that person for many reasons. Because it taught you what you don't want. It taught you what you should not accept. It taught you how to love yourself more. It taught you how to love other people. Because you have some people that just truly don't know how to love someone else. Because they're barely even loving themselves. And that's a whole nother video for a whole nother time. Number 5, there's no more trust. So once trust is broken, there's nothing else left to hold on to. And chances are either you're going to leave or they're going to leave you. So people will often leave you if one has broken the other's trust too many times and they're tired of forgiving you. So this is why it's so important to learn from your mistakes as you move on. I can't stress that enough. Again, I've shared with you the story of someone I dated that broke up with me not once but twice for somebody else. So you broke my trust the first time. I forgave you. I gave you another chance. And a couple of years go by, and guess what? You break my trust again. I'm done. I am DONE done. Because I have nothing else left for you. I have no trust in you. Therefore, I have no faith in you. So I'm not wasting my time. And when you say to me, Michelle, look, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I didn't mean it. And please forgive me. Give us another chance. You might really mean it. And I'm pretty sure you probably do at that moment. But I'm just not willing to give you another chance. Best thing I can offer you is to learn from what you've done. Learn that the grass is not always green on the other side of the fence. And then take that experience and apply it to your next relationship. And I wish you nothing but the best. But you just can't try it again with me because I don't trust you anymore. And without trust, you have nothing. So let me leave you with this quote. There comes a point in your life when you realize who matters, who never did, who won't anymore, and who always will. So don't worry about people from your past. There's a reason why they didn't make it to your future. And this is a quote by Lindsay Gordon. And I just thought it was such an amazing quote that I had to share that with you guys. And I'm going to leave that in the description box because I just think it is a phenomenal quote. Let me do a quick recap and I promise I will let you be. So today's topic is why we have a hard time letting go of people who no longer want us. And I said, number one, remember it's not about you. Now this is if, okay? If you know that you've done everything that you could and you were the best person that you could be to that individual, it's not about you, baby. It's about them. They have some stuff they need to work out in their lives. And sometimes people realize they're just not ready for a relationship, a committed relationship. Sometimes people realize that they have done so much dirt to you behind your back that you probably didn't even know anything about, and they can't forgive themselves for it, so they just decide to move on because they don't want to keep hurting you anymore. Sometimes they know that they want to step out there, but they don't want to hurt you, so they say, you know what, let me just move on because I would rather leave than to hurt this person, because you already know that you're going to do what you're going to do. So it's not about them. I'm sorry, it's not about you, it's about them. Number two, I said some relationships are toxic and they should never have been. So I don't know if I even gave y'all this first time around, but anyway, I said while you may love that person, they may love you. It's mentally draining to one or both of you. I did share that with you. And so you don't want to let go because you're afraid of what people are going to say or think about you. You better stop worrying about what people are going to say and think about you and worry about what God is going to say and think about you. That's the only person that you need to worry about. I wish I would sit around worrying in a toxic relationship, worrying about what somebody's going to say or think. Think what you want. Doesn't matter to me. Say what you want. Just don't say it to my face. Okay. Number three, change happened. Either you changed or they changed, but something happened. Some kind of a change took place. And you are not the person that you were when you first met that individual. And chances are they're not the same person that they were. They're not the same person now that they were when you first met. And when you first met that person, they were caring, they were loving, they were giving, they were open, they were honest. And then all of a sudden something changed in their lives. And they were the complete opposite of everything I just said. Or you met them and you were willing to put up with their foolishness out of love. And then you changed. You became a different person and you said, you know what, I'm not dealing with that anymore. But a change definitely happened somewhere along the line. Number four, their season ended. They were in your life for a season and they just weren't meant to be there for a lifetime. So the expiration, because everything has an expiration date. I've talked about this before. Everything has an expiration date. Not just food, not just makeup. Even us, we have expiration dates. The day that you were born, you have an expiration date. Now, what that expiration date is for us as human beings, I don't know. Only God knows that. But we all have an expiration date. And so seasonal people come into your life for a season. Maybe God sent this person in your life when you were at your lowest point. And you want to keep them longer, but that's not why they were put into your lives. So that change happened. Even for a reason. And so again, like I said, when you try to keep seasonal people, in your life or lifetime, that's where you mess up, because that's not why they were put into your lives. Number 5, there's no more trust. And without trust, you have nothing. You have absolutely nothing. If I didn't trust the brakes on my truck, do you think I would get in and drive it? No, I would not. If I didn't trust the brakes in your car, do you think I would ride in it? No, I would not. Trust is everything. And it means the world to most people. So I'm going to say this. If someone gives you their trust, you need to value it. You need to value it, because once that trust is gone, that's it. There is nothing left. That was it, number 5. And then I left you with this quote that simply said, there comes a point in your life when you realize who matters, who never did matter, who won't matter anymore, and who always will matter to you. So don't worry about people from your past. There's a reason why they didn't make it to your future. And that quote again is by Lindsay Gordon. Again, that'll be in the description box. Thank you so much for giving me just a little bit of your time. I want to say thank you so very much to my newest subscribers. Thank you so much to those of you that continue to support me in all that I do. I hope something that I said today helps you to fully understand that whole thing about letting go when it's time to let go. Because I don't know about you all, but there will come a point in time where we're going to have to let go. That's just like you can love someone dearly, and if they just will not get themselves right, have the case of the can't do rights, you got to let them go. You can still love them. I'm not telling you not to love them, but you've got to let them go, because their behavior is dragging you down into the gutter, and that's not acceptable. Okay? So I just wanted to leave you with that, just to talk a little bit about why it is that we have a hard time letting go when people have made it clear that they don't want to be bothered. And these are just some of the things. I mean, like I said, I wanted to unpack this just a little bit, because there's way more that goes along with that. But those are just some of the reasons why we have a hard time letting go when people have made it clear that they don't want us. And it's their right to do that, but it's your right to be happy. So again, thank you all so very much. You know my drill. You know my spiel. I love each and every one of you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing. I'm going to love you when you're going up. I'm going to love you when you're coming down. I'm going to love you when you're going in. I'm going to love you when you're going out. But most importantly, I'm going to love you when nobody else even likes you. And that is real. And when I say that, please always know that I say that from my heart, because I truly do. And many of you I have never met, and I probably will never get the opportunity to meet, but that's all right, because I love you nonetheless. You know why? See, I can love people that I don't know, and I can love folks that have hurt me, because I can love them with the love of Christ. Not necessarily Michelle's love, but with the love of Christ. However, God's love allows me to be able to love you with my love as well. I hope that made sense. Till next time, take care.